So you're thinking about moving to Montclair, New Jersey. In this video, we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of living in Montclair. This is not going to be in any order or ranking, so make sure you watch until the very end to get a really good idea and perhaps come to a better decision about whether you want to move to Montclair or not. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Alright, so have you ever wondered what life's like in a town that blends culture, nature, and community all in one place? Montclair, New Jersey has all this and more. And today we're going to dive into what makes it so special. Whether you're considering a move or just curious about this unique location, stay tuned as we explore the pros and cons of living in Montclair. If you're new to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Montclair, New Jersey or the surrounding areas, why don't you hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell so you're the first to know about what's going on in North New Jersey. For those that don't know, this is Seth with the Living in North New Jersey channel, and we get calls, emails, messages every day from people just like you who are looking to make a move to North New Jersey. And we absolutely love it. So whether it's one day later or 1,000 days later, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. Maybe click on the Zoom link to schedule a Zoom call with us, and we'd be happy to help you potentially make that move to North New Jersey. Pro number one is going to be arts and culture. You know, if you're somebody who loves art, Montclair is like a dream come true. There's really the Montclair Art Museum, which is not just a museum. It's like a fun playground for anybody who enjoys arts. They have paintings, sculptures, and even hands-on activities for kids and adults. And there are theaters like the Wellmont where you can watch live concerts, plays, and comedy shows. They bring talented people from all around the world, really bringing them to Montclair for these amazing shows. And also don't forget the art festivals, because it's like the streets come into life with different kind of colors, creativity, and passion as well. There's lots of local artists that show their amazing works, and you can even buy something to take home if that's something you'd like to do. It's like our streets come to life with colors, creativity, and passion. Local artists in Montclair show their amazing works, and if you want, you can even buy something to take home. Montclair's art scene is not just about looking at art, but it's also about being part of a creative community, which is pretty cool if that's something you're into. Let's move on to pro number two, and that's going to be the great schools. When it comes to schools, Montclair cares about the whole student. It's not just about getting good grades and moving on, but schools in Montclair like Hillside Elementary or Montclair High, those two schools especially make sure that kids grow in all sort of ways. Whether you're into music or whether your kids are into music, they have bands and choirs. If your kids love sports, there are teams for soccer, basketball, and more. If your kid wants to act, maybe there are also school plays in Montclair. They really help you find what you enjoy and get really good at it. The teachers care, and they help you learn about things in a way that's actually fun and interesting. It makes going to school for kids something to look forward to. Number three, my personal favorites, just like most of the time, the amazing food. Now let's talk about food. Who doesn't love a good meal? Montclair has something for everyone's taste. Fancy a burger, head to the local diner, or maybe want something more special, there are several restaurants in Montclair. Let me tell you, dishes from all around the world. And there's also the farmers markets, which is amazing treats. Imagine walking around picking up fresh apples, homemade jams, and maybe a pastry or two. Or if you're someone who likes cooking, it's like a treasure hunt every weekend. If you're not, well, there's always someone there cooking up something tasty for you to try out on the spot. In Montclair, eating isn't just about getting full, but it's also about enjoying what you eat. Let's move on to pro number four, and that's going to be outdoor spaces. But Montclair isn't just for indoor folks. If you like the great outdoors, there's something for you too, especially Brookdale Park. It's really a place where it's just more than grass. You can play soccer, have a picnic, or just sit and watch the ducks in the pond, which is really cool spots. One of the top parks actually in that area. There are places for kids to play and trails for jogging as well. If you're in for a bigger adventure, I would definitely go to Eagle Rock Reservation. It's got trails that are perfect for a relaxing walk, or maybe also a serious hike as well. There's so much green around that you can almost forget that you're near a big city, because Montclair's parks are not just spaces, they're really a part of a lifestyle where you can enjoy lots of different activities. Pro number 5, community spirit. Let's not forget about the people, because Montclair's community is something special. I mean, people say hi on the streets, neighbors help each other out, and there's always something going out to bring more people together. And whether it's like a street fair or charity event or just maybe a neighborhood barbecue, Montclair feels like a one big family. Living here is like being part of something, you know, bigger than maybe living in Manhattan, where nobody really knows each other, nobody really says hi to each other. It's just complete opposite in terms of that. Alright, now why don't we move on to the not so good stuff about Montclair, because I think it's important to know both sides to make a, you know, good decision whether you want to make this move or not. Let's get started with number 1 for the cons, and that's going to be the cost of living. I mean, you probably saw this coming, maybe you didn't. So about that cost of living in Montclair, it's something that you really need to know about before you make this move. I mean, if you really think about it, houses here tend to be much more expensive. The taxes are definitely higher too. I mean, that's not just on property. You might notice that going out to eat, maybe shopping, and even basic things like groceries could cost a little more. So it's not just about paying more for the great things Montclair offers, it's also about how these costs add up over time. I mean, if you're planning on moving here, you might want to take a close look at your budget and see how these extra costs fit in. And don't get me wrong, it's totally possible to live here without breaking the bank, but it might take some careful planning. Moving on to con number 2, and that's going to be traffic and parking in Montclair. If you've ever driven around Montclair before during rush hour, you'll know what I'm talking about. Cars everywhere, all trying to get to the same place at the same time. I mean, it's not just annoying, it could also be a little frustrating getting around really slow. And there's the parking as well. You know, finding a spot where you want to go can be finding a needle in a haystack sometimes. There's really a lot of parking lots and meters, but they fill up super fast, especially on weekends or during events, especially in downtown Montclair. Getting around on a bike or using public transportation might help, but it's something you'll be needing to think about. I mean, especially if you're used to jumping in your car whenever you want to go anywhere. Alright, moving on to con number 3, and that's going to be the limited nightlife. Montclair's nightlife is a bit, a little quiet. If you're looking for big clubs and loud music and dancing until dawn, you might be disappointed. What we have here is more of like cozy spots to grab a drink with friends or maybe have a nice meal. It's more about a relaxing and enjoying time with people that you maybe care about. And if you are looking for something livelier, you can definitely not worry about it, because New York City is super close. You can jump on and super easy to get to as well. It's not that Montclair doesn't have fun places to go at night. It's just about it might not have that kind of fun that you're looking for. Personally, I like that about Montclair. Alright, con number 4, the property size. So if you're dreaming of a huge house with lots of rooms and a huge yard, Montclair might make that dream a bit tough to achieve, and here's why. The houses here tend to be a bit smaller, especially if you're looking at a price that won't make your wallet cry. And yards can be cozy too, a little smaller than what you might expect in other suburbs. But the good news is that homes here have lots of characters. They're not cookie cutter homes that you find in a lot of other cities. They have style and charm. Finding the right one takes some time, but it could be worth the wait. So if you're looking to potentially look at something, you know, in Montclair, shoot us an email or schedule a time to chat with us. We'd be more than happy to help you with that. Alright, and last but not least, our 5th con is going to be the weather, and particularly winter weather, because Montclair could get cold, and when I say cold, I mean super cold. Snow, ice, slush, the whole winter package. It looks pretty, especially around the holidays, but it also means shoveling, scraping off ice off your car, and really bundling up every time you go out. It can make getting around tougher too, especially if a big storm hits. So if winter's not your favorite season, living here might take some time getting used to. But there is a bright side. The other seasons are absolutely amazing, and winter doesn't last forever. It's usually the coldest from November to maybe January, some February as well. Plus, there's really nothing like a hot cup of cocoa by the fireplace when it's snowing outside. Or if you ever want to go to one of those cafes that Montclair offers, every single one of them, let me tell you, are super unique, super awesome, and that's one of my favorites personally about Montclair. So yeah, all in all, Montclair offers a high quality suburban lifestyle with a great sense of community and really top-notch education if you have kids or plan to have kids. However, this comes with a price tag and a few inconveniences as well. Like anywhere else, it's all about weighing the pros and the cons and really deciding what works best for you. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you still haven't done that. And if you want to schedule time to chat with us, maybe send us an email if you're planning to make a move here. We'd be more than happy to help you. All that information description down below. And if you're considering Montclair as your future home, or if you want to know a little bit more, feel free to reach out. I hope this insights gave you more clarity on what Montclair is like, the good and the bad. And until next time, I'll see you around town.